Hey guys, and welcome to another Top Table Gaming YouTube video. In this video we're going to be reviewing the new 40K Conquest magazine subscription from Games Workshop. We're going to be looking at issue number 1, and rather than talking about it, let's get and have a look at it. So here we are guys, issue 1 of Warhammer 40K Conquest. Got to admit, I'm pretty excited. As I've mentioned before, this is all new to me, so you are getting a look at this step into the 40k world pretty much from a noob. Bought a couple of things leading up to this point that are in the studio that are yet to touch, because I always wanted to delve into the 40k universe, and I started out with Kill Team. We've got a lot of Kill Team stuff happening, and yeah, I mean, Kill Team was the perfect stepping stone for me to take a plunge, and that's exactly what I've done. And then when I was sort of pointing in the direction of this subscription, it just made perfect sense. So without further ado, let's get in there and have a look. So this is how it comes, and for £1.99, obviously all over the world that's going to be different, but I'm sure the value is going to be just as good. Straight off the bat, for that price, the 3 tins, or I was going to say 3 tins, the 3 paint pots that you get in there equate to more than it would cost you for this whole magazine with the models if you went into a Games Workshop and bought them. So straight off the bat, you're getting an absolute bargain, and it, you know, it just cannot be sniffed at. I remember back in the days of the Battle Games Middle Earth for Lord of the Rings, when Games Workshop done that release, and I think it was every fortnightly that might have been. You got these little tiny sort of sample pots, and they were great, you know, for building your miniatures. But you know, getting full pots, it's starting off your collection. If any of you guys are like me, you've got that kind of thing where once you start collecting the paint pots and the different colours, you need them all. I'm a bit strange like that. So let's dig in. Open the cellophane wrapping and we'll get rid of that. We'll come back to that in a moment, so we'll pop that over there. And then inside, what have we got? So we've got the magazine itself, it looks like, yep. And then we've got, what's this? This is, okay, so this is a big fold out. I'm not going to get it all on camera, but just to give you an idea, it's basically a big fold out poster, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, I'm assuming everything that's on the back side of this poster is what, if you went from beginning to end, you're going to end up with. It's got a couple of screenshots of the front covers of the following versions of the magazine. We've also got here, it says build your armies week by week and collect all of this. So at some point in the upcoming issues, you are going to get this free. Well, obviously it's not free, you're paying for it. The prices do go up. As we can see, it tells us there that issue 2 is £4.99 and then 3 and 4 are £7.99 onwards. But to be honest, what you're getting, it's still worth it in my opinion. I mean, it looks to me like you've got 2 armies there. What points wise that equates to, not a clue. I'm sure through following these Conquest magazines and working my way through them, I'll know a lot more about 40k in the coming months. And then you've got all these paint pots, can you see? So I'm assuming, and brushes, that everything on this page is what you're going to end up with, which is cool. Because you've got all the different types of paint brushes, you've got large sort of vehicle brushes, you've got dry brushes, you've got detail brushes, you've got loads and loads of different colours of paint, which probably half of them, more than half of them, I'll already have. That's not a problem for someone like me who collects. And what it's going to do is, because they're coming in small segments like what I'm getting here, I can paint them easily. It doesn't seem so daunting as having to paint like a 2,000 point army. This is telling us if you subscribe some of the free gifts that you get, which all look nice and cool. You get Conquest dice, which are going to be nice. Let's have a look. Collect exciting articles about the Warhammer 40k Galaxy to inspire your collection, including exclusive character and content. Nice. Build. Yep, that's what we've got there. So you're going to get different characters, paint. Talks about the paint you're going to get, and play. Shows you how to play. Ready for battle. So yeah, so I'm assuming basically what it's going to do is it's going to teach you about paint, it's going to teach you a little bit of background about the 40k universe, and it's going to start you off playing 40k on a very small scale like this, which is cool and perfect for me, because before you know it, before you realise that you've got it, you're going to end up with a full army, painted, if you sort of do it, you know, as the issues are coming in, and you're ready to go into a Games Workshop store and make out like you know everything there is to know about 40k and play games with people who've been playing it for years. So that's what I'm looking forward to, first and foremost. Right, let's get into the magazine. Front cover's nice. I've always liked the aesthetics of Space Marines. Just been more of a fantasy type hobbyer, mainly a lot, you know, Lord of the Rings. So I'm excited. Okay, page 1 in this issue tells you, I'll move it over here so you can see, tells us what we have and a sort of table of contents. We've got a card here with all the different addresses, phone numbers of Games Workshops in your area, which is handy if you live somewhere where you're not sure where that is and you're very new to the world of Games Workshop. Fortunately for me, I'm very friendly with the manager of my local Games Workshop, and I do recommend getting in and saying hi to the staff, because the staff are always great. I've had nothing but positive experiences with Games Workshop staff, so all I can say is positive. And get in there and they're really helpful, and they'll help you sort of take the first steps into hobbying and gaming. Cameron at the Altrincham store is a spot on guy, can't fault him, and he's also getting into Lord of the Rings because it's been re-released, which is cool for me. But I will be playing him at 40k very, very soon. I think he's got a Chaos Army. So, the 41st millennium, got a little bit of bump. It's kind of sort of introducing you, telling you what's what. Dark Imperium, Empire torn in two, telling you why they're fighting, how it began. We've got a galaxy map here, which is cool because this is the kind of stuff that I have no clue about. You know, the different coloured Space Marines and the good Space Marines, the evil Space Marines, why they are what they are, why they wear different colours, why they're different for a start. You know, I thought Space Marine was a Space Marine at one point, didn't realise there was lots of them. And then this is obviously about Space Marines. Space Marines chapters 1, 1,000 chapters, showing you the different colour schemes. This is cool. So you got your Ultramarines, which is the most well known. White Scars. I think a friend of mine, James Brushstroke, check him out on Facebook. If you search Brushstroke, you'll see his work. You won't be able to miss him because his paint jobs and his dioramas are just stunning. I'm sure he painted some white Space Marines which blew me away, and I'd love to have them, but I'd be very, very scared of even attempting to paint a white Space Marine. Dark Angels. I've got a pal who collects Dark Angels. I like the Raven Guard look, and I think there's some grey ones. I like the grey ones as well. Not too keen on the yellows, I'll admit. But I think for this, I'm going to collect a Space Wolf army. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to build as it should be, as it tries to explain in this magazine. So I will be building an Ultramarines army with this, which means I'll have 2 armies, which is cool. So this is Ultramarines, kind of sort of their profile, where they're based, chapter master, specialisms, what they're good at. Yeah, cool. And then we've got, you see, this anyone who plays 40k is going to look at that. They're going to know what the difference is between them. To me, I've got a small Space Marine and I've got a big Space Marine. So that's why this magazine, for someone like me, is great. And then the shoulder pad designs show me what means what, which is cool. Helmet designs, it's nice. I do have to admit, I do like, and I've seen it in the shop in Altrincham, the Ultramarine blue with the red helmets. I think that looks really cool. And then we've got, onto this page, the Battle for Luna. Now I'm assuming this is where it's going to tell us about who these Ultramarines in question are battling against and why. Location, Luna, only moon on Terra, Imperial Force, Primarch, Reboot, Guilman, is it? Ultramarines, Grey Knights, Inquisition, Fallen, Sisters of Silence, Adeptus, Custodes, Chaos Forces. Ah, right, so they're the different types of Imperial Forces. Then you've got Chaos Forces. There's the Primarch Magnus the Red, Thousand Sons, and Demons of... I always struggle with how you say that. Is it Tzeentch? T-Z-E-E-N-T-C-H. Strategic Intel, Low Gravity, Low Oxygen, Starship Graveyard, Warning, Threat to Terror. So that's interesting. I'm not going to read it word for word, you know, you don't want that. You want to get the magazine and enjoy it yourself. I'm just kind of flicking through and chatting about what I see, basically. So that's just a continuation of the previous page, and that is just an immense picture showing a huge battle, which is cool. Then we've got here Space Marines Intercessors. Intercessors are towering warriors who wear Mark 10 power armour and carry Call pattern bolt rifles. Fearless, strong, and able to shrug off blows that would fell a lesser warrior. They're humanity's ultimate protection in the long war against chaos. Since they joined the ranks of the Indomitus Crusade, the Imperium has won more battles than ever before. Space Marine Intercessor. Do not know what one of those is. Heard it mentioned quite a lot when I was building my kill team, putting them together, because I got the Space Wolf starter set, and I think they were Intercessors. I think, are they the taller, more slender Space Marines, newer version of the old, which I much prefer. For me, they're much more, what's the word, desirable to pick up and paint and play with. I'm not a fan of the older, like really stumpy ones. Nothing wrong with them, but just prefer these ones. So yeah, that's cool. It's telling you about the power armor, what it does, how it works, purity seals, that's cool. How to build an intercessor, so then it's going through how to clip your models off the sprue. Be very careful when doing it. Yeah, that's cool. Shows you, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but you know, if you've never used a set of clippers before, a bit of clipper safety. And then we've got how to assemble them, which is cool. And then the cool bit, how to paint your intercessors. So obviously you start off, it's giving you 3 paints, which I think is going to be a good starting point to get colour on them so they look cool on the table. But I think going forward, as you're buying the issues and get more paints, you can add to them each time. Showing you about base coat, which is cool. Adding a bit of gold for that contrast, and yeah, they look great. I mean, you've got a couple of bear heads there that have got no skin tone on them. That's fine. I think I'm going to paint as the book says. So even though I have, you know, a mass of paints and colours, I'm going to paint them as they are here. And I'm hoping going forward then, you know, as they bring skin tones in and stuff, they'll go back to these and start adding to it, which will be cool. And then we've got the Eve of Battle, tutorial on playing, mission briefing. So you get to use your new models straight off the bat, which is cool. And then there's just some advertisements for subscribing and what you can get in the coming issues. And then it tells you what's coming in the next issues, which is cool. So issue 2, which we'll be looking at in the next video, has got some Death Guard, which are really cool. I remember when I first seen these, I wasn't drawn to them at all. But like the more that I read about 40k and sort of taking them first few steps into 40k, I really like them. The fact that they are, you know, they've got the power armor. They're basically sort of evil, sort of disease-ridden space marines, and it just looks cool. So you're going to get another paint, it looks like, and some more models, which is nice. And then also issue 2 includes playmat, rulers and dice. Again, you can't knock that, that's cool. Issue 3, there's a sneak peek. Going to get some lead belcher, which is a dark silver paint, so you can start putting paint onto your weaponry and your other parts of your power armor. Again, I did touch on that when I said I'm probably going to do it to the stage that they say to take your painting to, and then hoping they'll go back to it, and this confirms that they do, which is great. So yeah, so I'm excited. So let's have a look what we have in our lovely little package. Get these stickies off the side. Nice. Straight in. Paints. Yeah. Full tub of Macragga Blue. Full tub of Retributor Armour, which is a lovely, lovely gold paint. Really easy to use, very smooth. It's my go-to gold. And a full tub of Abaddon Black, which I literally need because I've hardly got any left, so that is fantastic. Thank you very much, Games Workshop. We also have, I'll just put them to one side, what is called, I'll just get my, to open this. Citadel starter brush. Yeah, looks like a layer brush. Citadel starter brush. Nice fine point. Good decent brush to get, as you say, get started with. So no problems there. That looks fine. Means you can get cracking straight away. You don't have to go out and buy any brushes. And then 3 bases. So this sprue is going to obviously make 3 marines, which is correct, as we have 3 bodies. These are intercessors. Looking very cool. And that is what you get. And the next time you see this, these will be built. So that is very, very cool. And that is your freebies that you get in issue 1. I'm going to pop them over there so I can put them with the rest of my paints. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. I think that's cool. I think that was worth every penny of anyone's £1.99. Just the sprue alone is probably worth £1.99. Paints are worth more than £1.99, and then you're getting a magazine full of information and ideas and, you know, rules and tutorials, and you get the poster. I think you can't grumble at that. So I will see you in the next video where we will possibly have these on the table. So I'll see you soon, guys. Okay guys, so that was a review for issue 1 of the WH40K Conquest magazine. We're going to be, we've subscribed, so we're going to be getting these issues as they come and reviewing them. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're collecting them also and are thinking of getting into 40k, or if you're a seasoned 40k player and you just pick them up for the freebies, which are awesome, then do comment below and let us know. If you're in around Manchester, Stockport, anywhere around Greater Manchester, and you fancy coming in and giving us a bit of a run through with a couple of armies in 40k, please do so. We can host you at the studio and possibly get some stuff on camera. That'd be great. So hopefully we'll get some conversation going about 40k, and I'll see you in the next video.